So this course is what we call the Head and Heart and Habits course, and it is a certificate course. It's a short online certificate course, and it is on fostering peace and nature conservation. So you might have experienced similar courses, or it might be in very new subject to you, but everyone is welcome, and we will try to make it as fun, as immersive as possible. There are some concepts, but let's see how this course is. So today we are celebrating Mahatma's birthday, and I thought I'll get a quote saying that he said that our greatest ability as humans is not to change the world, which I think it's very interesting, but to change ourselves. And he also said, if you want to change the world, you have to see the change within you. So this course is designed to inspire you as a person to believe in yourself, to believe in what you are trying to do for peace building and nature conservation, and at the same time to look at our own people and society and nation and the world not in a linear way, but in a circular way. So this is what the course aims to be, and this is what I'm going to share from my presentation, the session flow, which is basically the introduction about the course, the pedagogy, the concepts, the outcomes we expect the course for you, the course partners, the important dates, because we will share assignments, we will share, you have to share a feedback, and then the certification part. So jumping straight into the introduction, I think the course builds on the connection between head and heart for building habits. So how is the head and how is the heart playing a component as one entity? So head and heart are both important. And how do you interplay with them for building habits? And habits for what? For this course, it is fostering peace and nature conservation. Of course, you can build habits for so many other things, but we are only able to give you as much as for little fostering peace and nature conservation. And this course takes into consideration the personal thought process. So what is you thinking is more important than what the others are thinking, but it also dwells on the listening skills. So how do you listen to others? How do you care for others? How are you compassionate for others? That is very important for this course. And the personal actions, we believe that we will be able to give you through the course some tools and methodologies which you can utilize for amplifying that into global actions. So what is the pedagogy all about? It is all about focus on peace from within our families and surroundings with our Mother Earth and nature. So this is what we want to share with you. This is what the course would be all about in terms of the peace component. We will be having a blend of fundamental concepts and experiential learning. So it is not just theory. You will have audio visuals to play with. You will have some assignments. You will have some exercises, group dialogues, reflections, and they are all coming from diverse and global concepts. So these are delivered by people who have global knowledge, and they have delivered different modules to different levels of society, from personal to global scale. the third thing, and I put a question mark here to see, we will include PA and AI. So if any one of you can write in the chat box what PA and AI is for you, let's see. What does PA and AI mean to you? Any thoughts? You can just write in the chat box. Anybody else? Please feel free. This is not just a classroom, but this is something which we want to take your fear from just responding. So you should not have any fear of right or wrong. This course is nothing to do with any right or wrong. This is all about perception. This is about learning from each other. This is about caring for each other. This is about compassion, empathy. Yeah. Cool. So I have a few responses. Okay. So yeah. So we have responses from few of you, but I want more responses to be pouring in. Interesting responses. I am loving it. Yeah, let it flow. I'll wait for a minute and then I will reveal the full form of it. And you are nearly getting into it. Many people have said what AI means to many of us. And it's also it's perspective, you know. It's nothing that here you cannot write anything which is creative. Use your creative mind. Use your creative mind to say what it is PA and AI. And I hope everybody can pitch in. I'm so happy that people who are kind of able to write and people who are contributing. That's the essence of the entire program. We want you to contribute. We want you to listen. We will also listen to you. So that's how the program will grow. Okay. So yeah. Interesting. I think you all got it right, you know. Anyone else who wants to also pitch in, because that's very nice that you all are participating, and that's the essence of this entire course. And we will have these kind of sessions within the course starting from 16th of October. But yes, Rhythm, you want to say something? Your mic is unmuted.
No, sir.
Okay. So probably this is great stuff. I'm so happy that you all have contributed. But many of you have contributed, not all of you. And thank you so much who have contributed. PA means participatory approach, and AI means appreciative inquiry. So it is again, as I told you, something which is very relevant for this course. And the little exercise we did is an example of a participatory approach. And appreciative inquiry is something which goes beyond just having a kind of a set linear perspective of things, but to also look at what other people say, what are the other things, and we will dwell upon appreciative inquiry as a process for this course. So congratulations to all of you, you got all of them correct. So participatory approach and appreciative inquiry, not artificial intelligence. Thank you so much. Then we have we encourage dialogues, just like we did. We will have a lot of tools, exercise, polls, opinions, because that's what we want to do during the course. It is not just, of course, this orientation is something which I am doing right now by myself, but in the course there will be lot of interaction. There will be breakout groups, there will be reflections, and there will be assessment, and after the assessment we will also ask you for a feedback. That's the pedagogy of this course. That's how the course will run. This is a glimpse of what the course content will be. The course content is designed to generate kind of experience and excitement about working with peace and nature together. So there are intersections where you can work together. There are intersections you can have an independent say, and this course is designed for you to implement this not only in your own personal life, but in your family, your workplace, and your surroundings, your community. So there will be one assignment for you to experience this course content within your community. So the course content is designed also to include some of the novel aspects. As you can see, live balance sheet. We have done balance sheet everywhere. You might have done it in your mathematics class or your economics, or if you haven't studied both subjects, you might have done it anyway, knowingly and unknowingly, just when you do your budgeting. So that's, but how about doing a balance sheet for life? That's very interesting. So we will teach you the fundamentals of doing a life balance sheet. Then we will touch upon investing in peace. So how does peace relate to oneself, to the surroundings, to the community, to the nation, and to the earth? This is what we want to also get you a feel about. We'll do a little bit about systemic thinking to see how things you can see as a whole, not just as a part. So sometimes what happens is we only look into one part of the problem or one part of the solution, but this course intends to throw a kind of option for you to understand the entire picture, the entire circle of a kind of challenging process or a thinking process. We will touch upon the SDGs. The SDGs, as you know, the Sustainable Development Goals in daily lives. So what does it means to have Sustainable Development Goals through your daily life actions, and how can you build your community around that? Because these are very important goals through 2030. Whether you are an educator, whether you are a corporate person, whether you are from development world, whether you are a student, whether you are doing you are an activist, I think SDGs all play an important role in some way. We have a small module, small sharing on faith for ecology, because we think that faith can also inspire others for ecological restoration. And when I say ecological restoration, we also mean by blue and green economy, which we will touch upon. What is blue and green economy? And though these kind of concepts may feel to you a little bit complex, but they are actually not. They are basically very simple to implement, very easy to understand, and we are confident that through your own discussion, through your own kind of reflections, we will be able to improvise on the deliverables. Followed by these things, we will have always a quiet time and reflections, which are very important. What are quiet time and reflections? These are nothing but a simple time for yourself. So you only reflect on what you feel about the moment as we did at the start of this course, and then we do the reflections individually and as a group and as a collective. There will be time for submissions and sharing. Don't shy away from asking questions. Don't shy away from participating. Don't shy away for critical thinking. It is not that you will accept everything we say. At the same time, we encourage that you have your point in such a way that we are able to understand you. So there will be submissions and sharings for after every cohort, like first after the 16th and then the 30th. These are the outcomes, and when I say outcomes, these are only outcomes which we feel are tangible, which are measurable, but there are a whole lot of outcomes which we think they will be more into kind of a very kind of deep learning aspect. So and it is up to you, how do you translate your learning into the community, into your work, and we will be there to assist you, to make mentors available, or to engage with you even after the course through some platform. So the outcomes what we felt we could provide you is a foundational level of understanding. So this course will give you a foundational understanding of both peace and ecological restoration through the head-heart aspect, and also how do you have a habit of doing such a thing, not only kind of as a mechanical process, but as an organic process, as a biological process. Though it is a very short time, we only have 2 sessions. However, the learnings and the resources will be there for you to be used at a later date. Then we think that participants will be able to appreciate the 3H values and sharings. So how do you make the 3H into your own self, into as a tool or a method for enhancing your experiences with yourself, your family, your friends, your circles. Then one of the important thing about this course is that we want that you nurture yourself, and therefore you will appreciate nurturing nature, because if we cannot nurture ourselves, if we cannot appreciate that it is the power within us which can be manifested to conserve nature, it becomes a little challenging to transform. So through the course we will always remind you that you have to nurture yourself, and we will give you some tools and methods to do that. We are building here a journey towards eco leadership. So every one of you who have joined this orientation course have the first step towards eco leadership, and that's a big step. So and congratulations to all of you here to begin this journey on this day. What we felt, as I told you earlier, that we will be building a community of practice. The community of practice is something which enables all of you and anyone you like to give a familiarization to the 3H concept for your own sharing, for your own stories, for your own actions. So this is what we will try to develop, a community of practice at a later date. We will let you know the platform, we will let you know how do you participate, what are the participating rules, but here we are trying to build a community of practice. And when we say practice, we will encourage you to apply the concepts of 3H, and we don't expect you to successful every time. Even when you don't succeed, please don't hesitate to come out with the failures you have, because the failures are also a stepping stone for success. So we want to hear your stories, your struggles, your challenges, and we will try to frame them in such a way that we can have lessons. And that is why it is called community of practice. Practice makes habits. That's the entire thing of it. And finally, through this small offering of what we have through this course, though it is not at all comprehensive, it is just foundation, we want to inspire you all for your family, friends, through active contribution towards fostering peace. So we and to share that during the course, and even when you go back today, please don't think the word conflict as a negative term. Conflict is a very normal practice. It only becomes a problem when there is violence attached to it. But conflicts can also be resolved through peace and dialogue. And that is where this course aims to give you those tools. So, and also that is why we thought that during the orientation, this day, the 2nd October, makes a lot of sense. Because when normally we think that conflict is a very negative word, but actually it is not. Conflict is just a part of it. It is just a normal way of expressing. But however, conflict doesn't mean violence. So we have to decouple the violence with the conflict, and we have to introduce peace, dialogue, trust, compassion into it. That's why this course, we are trying to build this course as a foundation for these kind of actions. Okay, so these are the certification requirements. I know it has been a little heavy presentation, but I would love to hear your feedback after this. We'll have time. The certification requirements is attendance in 2 cohorts, which will be on the 16th and the 30th, and these cohorts will be for couple of hours. But couple of hours doesn't mean that it will not be like this orientation session, but it will be more like a participatory approach, as I told you, and with appreciative inquiry, with lot of polls, lot of engagement. So you have to be prepared to speak and pour your heart out, say your mind. That's what this course is all about. We want active participation. That's a criteria for certification. We won't consider participation as one of the factors for ultimate assessment, but it is always good to be participative. Then there are submissions. There is a small assessment which will be done at a later date. It will be on online through a Google quiz, going to be very easy, and please don't cheat. And then there is a feedback form, and once you get all these things ticked, then you get a nice certificate which will be delivered from our partners side. And these are our partners. We are very happy and very glad, very proud to have them all. The United Religions Initiative, North India and Afghanistan, Burning to Learn from UK, London, Shristi, and EcoScale Arts. EcoScale Arts is an initiative of Shristi which connects ecology, skill development and creativity. So we will have the participation certificate by these partners once you finish the course. These are some of the important dates you have to remember. The orientation, which is going on right now, it's on the 2nd of October. Then the first cohort, it will be on the 16th of October, same time, 7 o'clock. So please feel free to block your calendar for this course. We'll also send you the invites once again. Please do let us know if any of the emails is landing in your spam box, so we can get you corrected in that. Then the last assignment for the last date of the assignment number 1, which I call it deck 1, will be 25th of October. And don't think assignment as an academic assignment. It is more of an experiential assignment. I will let you know one of the examples when we give you an assignment after this orientation session. The second cohort will be on the 30th of October, same time, 7 p.m. India time. Till it will go for a couple of hours. The last date of assignment will be then the 3rd of November. I'm sorry, there is a typographical error. It would be 3rd of November. And then we will have a assessment, feedback and facilitation session on the 5th of November. So you will all get certificate and we will have some fun, we'll share and we'll celebrate our course. And the assessment, as I said, it will be again on the 5th of November and it will be just objective type question. So this is what the orientation session presentation was, and I would request all of you participants to kindly note these questions. I will send this PPT over email as well, but if you can take down these questions, 3 questions, and write to us in the next few days, that will be awesome. That will give us some time to also explore and recheck or take a recourse to whatever we feel is right for you. So and the response have an evaluation. So this is you can say it is a mandatory ask, but just to clarify, there is no marking for this feedback, but it is always desirable that we receive feedback from each and every one of you. So what should we include in the course content which will make you happy? So we have given you some insights of the course, but we want to also listen to you. What will make you happy? Because we want to see you happy. What are your expectations from this course? We told you about our expectation, but it is always good to also share your expectations from this course. And will you share this course with your circles? So if you feel that the orientation is worth, this course is very exciting, let's bring on our friends and colleagues and even faculty. You are most welcome to do that. Just write to us and we will send them the required course material. And there are stages. So first the registration stage, which you already had. Then you also received a form in which you said yes, and then we got you all the material. So there is a process, and we appreciate that the new participants or your friends, family, colleagues, any one of you go through that process. That is very important. So please let us know. So this is your 0 assignment for all the participants. Define peace and nature. So what you have to do? You have to do a drawing. Use your imagination, use your colors, use just an A4 sheet, that's fine. Plain A4 sheet. Draw anything which you think represent these: peace and nature. Use your imagination and send us a photo of this drawing through and I'm going to repeat. Define peace and nature. And how do you define peace and nature? Draw anything which you represent these. Use your imagination. So you can draw your symbols, you can draw a story, you can draw patterns, you can draw anything. That's up to you. But please draw. Please try to do this 0 assignment. Why we are calling it 0 assignment? Because the course hasn't started. But this is something to make you feel and make all of us know a little bit more about your thoughts. And next time we will share this drawing and the story behind that. So you can note it down. Note down the 0 assignment. and we'll also share the PPT with you, the orientation PPT with you. Thank you. So I would conclude this presentation, a bit long, but very important one.